Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today I'll be taking a look at the Sapphire AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT Nitro Plus graphics card. I previously owned a 7900 XTX from Sapphire, so I was eagerly awaiting a new upgraded GPU with the same brand. And I have to say I'm very impressed so far. And some of the highlights of this card is it has a 3060 MHz boost clock, 20 gigabits per second GDDR6, PCI Express 5.0, and a 12 volt high power connector as well. Does need a 750 watt power supply minimum, and it only uses a UEFI BIOS. Anyway, let's get this card out in the open so we can see exactly how it looks like in the flesh. So far I've gone with this kind of mech design for their box. I kind of preferred when they used to use like Ruby, and if you ever owned a dual GPU they had the twins. I preferred the old designs, but you know, things move on. Just a plain black box for the outer box, so no branding or anything here. Okay, so they've done something a little different. You do get a separate backplate this time, and that covers the actual main GPU, so it doubles as the external main foam that protects the GPU. But it is pretty sturdy. It's very high quality metal, pretty heavy as well, so they didn't skimp out there. So you get the usual accessories, the Sapphire quick installation guide. We pretty much all know how to use a GPU by now, and basically showing you how to insert the adapter into the 12 volt power connector. That one's good and that one's bad, so make sure it's fully seated. And of course the card itself in a anti-static bag, just standard stuff. Pretty light compared to the 7900 XTX Nitro, so that's pretty interesting. Maybe it will feel a little bit heavier when I put the back plate on, but yeah, I wasn't expecting that. The card, it looks pretty big though. It is 3.25 slot. Let's just get it out of the anti-static bag so we can see it in all its glory. Same color scheme, that kind of gray finish, and it's kind of got like a textured pattern around it as well. Nice big fans. The blade design looks a little bit different than the Nitro 7900 XTX as well. Considerably cheaper than the 7900 XTX, but almost as fast. So AMD definitely doing something really good. It's kind of got this grill at the top that covers the RGB light bar, and I'm not sure what I think about that right now, but if it adds the rigidity of the card, then that's fine. Standard back plate, but it has a cutout where you can route your external cables from the 12 volt high power connector, and then the back plate will hide that away, making it look a lot more neat. But I'll put that on a little bit later. So you've got this 2 display ports and 2 HDMIs as the outputs, so plenty of connectivity there. This is the card compared to my 7900 XTX from Sapphire. You can see it's considerably smaller in terms of height, but they're about the same size in length. So it's about 65 millimeters in height, so pretty big, pretty tall card as far as graphics cards go. But the fans are nice and big. In terms of the accessories now, obviously you really kind of know what to expect. You're going to get a 12 volt high power connector adapter. That's gonna be 3 8-pin PCI Express power cables going into the 16-pin, and you can see it's got that nice blue kind of plastic, so you can see if it's fully seated or not very clearly, so that way you can avoid any accidents from user error at least. And they're pretty long as well, so you should be able to do some good cable management. You get the RGB header as well, so you can connect that directly into the motherboard, so you don't need to use any software other than what your motherboard comes with to control the card. And it comes with a GPU bracket. This one's a little different. This one actually goes into the side of the GPU, and not from at the bottom where you kind of screw it and extend it, and actually mount that to your case and hold up the GPU. So all in all, I'm pretty happy with the build quality. It's like metal at the back, kind of plastic at the front. So you can see it's got a magnetic back plate, really thick metal, nice, high quality. I'm gonna connect this now and it should really just slip on and cover that cutout where they've allowed you to route your cables. You can see it kind of clicks in place, and it's a very, very strong grip as well. So if you were to pick the card up and shake it, it's not going to fall off. So it's going to be mounted vertical or just a normal way, horizontal. You shouldn't have any issues with this sliding around or anything like that. You can have another look at it there. It still has a little flow through cutout, so it doesn't completely block off all of that extra room where they're using for cooling. But that pretty much is the AMD Radeon RX 9070 XT Nitro Plus. Very, very impressed with the build quality. Looking forward to get it into the system so you guys can see it all lit up now. And like I said, I wasn't too sure about the mesh kind of grill that covers the RGB light, but I think I liked the 7900 XTX design where there was no grill. You just had a clear access to you know, the light bar. But it does seem like they've made a lot of room for air to escape, so it's not a problem. And if it makes the card a bit more rigid, then I'm all for that. So I'm gonna run just 1 or 2 benchmarks just so you guys can see some performance and some cooling, and I'll leave you with the results at the end. So thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video.